You're watching the Daily Dodge Pregame Show.
Very pleasant good afternoon, everyone, from the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse. Daily Dodge TV presents Beaver Dam High School Golden Beaver girls basketball. And this afternoon, it's the season opener as the Golden Beavers get set to host the Cuba City Cubans. Hi again, everybody. Mike Tronson with you inside the Fieldhouse, and I'm joined on site by my videographer and engineer Ninja, a.k.a. Justin Wilski. And we are so glad you are with us for this broadcast, which is brought to you by our presenting video sponsors, Hometown Glass and Improvement, Columbus Family Dental, and the Beaver Dam Unified School District. Today's game is also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Klodowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Silica for your home, Summit Ford, Beaver Dam Tire and Service and Mayville Tire and Service, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, Napleton GM in Beaver Dam, and White Construction. Welcome into our pregame show, everyone, and welcome to a new season of basketball. It's a new season with some new faces, and for the Golden Beavers, a new coach in Braden Wendt. He takes over the program this year. Braden Wendt is a social studies teacher here at the high school, and he formerly was an assistant at Mayville High School for the boys basketball program there, and he takes over this Beaver Dam squad this year. He was hired only a couple of weeks ago as Benjamin Beaver has made his way up here, and nothing like starting off the new season with a visit from Benny. It's good to see you, my friend. It's been way too long. Glad to have you back. Some things never change, and this guy, he's still the best in the business, folks. But anyways, Braden Wendt taking over the program, just hired a couple of weeks ago. It's kind of been a whirlwind couple of weeks for him and the team, as he didn't have a whole lot of time to get ready for this season. Basically, the practices started about 2 weeks ago, a little less than that. They had their scrimmage, did the girls last Saturday against Mequon Homestead, and now all of a sudden here we are on Friday night, not even a week later, and it's time to open up the season. And this should be a lot of fun tonight as Beaver Dam and Cuba City do battle. I mean, these are two storied programs in Wisconsin high school basketball, and these two teams were very, very good a year ago. Last year, Beaver Dam was 22-4 on the season. Golden Beavers were the champs of the Badger North Conference with a 14-1 record. Golden Beavers ended up falling to Grafton in the regional final. Meanwhile, for Cuba City, they were 25-3 a year ago. They were 14-0 champions of the SWAL Conference, and they made it all the way to the sectional final before losing to Aquinas in that sectional championship game. Beaver Dam, of course, has 3 state titles. They were 3 consecutive titles that they won in 2017, 2018, and 2019. 11 state titles in program history for Cuba City. 11 titles since 1977. Their last was in 2015. In fact, the last 2 titles, they were back-to-back titles in 2014 and 2015. Both of these teams are ranked. Beaver Dam is in the preseason rankings, I should say. Beaver Dam at number 6 in Division II coming into the season, and Cuba City is at number 3 in Division IV. So, I mean, we're talking quality talent here. This Beaver Dam team brings back a lot of familiar names that you're going to recognize from last year. Cuba City, the same. One thing about Cuba City's roster that is missing, seniors. They have no seniors on their roster. It's largely juniors with a couple of sophomores and a freshman. They're coached by Jason Derby. This is his 3rd season. He formerly was a boys assistant coach at Cuba City, and this is his 3rd year leading the girls program, and he's done a fine job. Obviously, he's got some talent, and Braden Wendt, he's inherited some talent as well as this Golden Beaver team. Well, those of you in the area know what they've done over recent years. But this is going to be a lot of fun tonight, and this game is actually kicking off the Beaver Dam Classic, as there will be games here all all night tonight and all day tomorrow with girls teams from all over the state being showcased. As a matter of fact, later tonight after our game, Columbus will take on Kettle Moraine Lutheran at 5:30. At 7 o'clock, West Tosha Central faces Lakeland. And at 8:30, it's Waupun versus Milwaukee Academy of Science. Tomorrow, varsity games at 1 o'clock, 2:30, 4 o'clock, 5:30, and 7. Tomorrow, Beaver Dam will play the final game of this classic at 7 o'clock in the evening against West Tosha Central. Meanwhile, Cuba City has a 4 o'clock game tomorrow against Milwaukee Academy of Science. So if you are just a fan in general of girls high school basketball, come out to the Fieldhouse tonight and tomorrow because there is a major, major showcase here. A lot of great teams, a lot of talent. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're glad to kick off the season with Beaver Dam and Cuba City. Right now, though, we're going to step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, you'll hear comments from Braden Wendt, the head coach of Beaver Dam. Right after this break, let's take a 2-minute break. We're back in 2 minutes on Daily Dodge TV.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
The teams at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service are growing and adding service technicians and auto lube technicians. Work in a clean shop environment with a fun and friendly team that is committed to excellence and customer satisfaction. Competitive pay based on experience, full benefits including health, dental, 401k. Join the growing team at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service. Find full job postings on Facebook or visit either location to submit your resume.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Cheer! Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it's a commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement, online at hometownglass.com.
You're watching the Daily Dodge Pregame Show.
And we continue our pregame programming inside the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse. Mike Tronson standing by with Braden Wendt. He's the head coach of the Golden Beavers. And Braden, first off the bat, it's very nice to meet you and looking forward to getting to know you and covering your games this year. And it's probably been a little bit of a whirlwind here over the last couple of weeks for you. What have you seen from the girls in practice over the last couple of weeks?
Well, yeah, I got the job pretty much right when practice started, so it was being thrown right into the fire. I've seen them just working incredibly hard day in, day out. Motivated group that is looking to get back to Green Bay, Wisconsin in early March. So it's been good getting to know them. It's been good just working hard on our defense, conditioning, and offense in practice, and we're excited to go tonight.
You know, there's certainly a lot of talent up and down your roster, but and I'm sure you knew that coming in. But as you looked at, the practices and the scrimmage that you had last weekend, anything that stuck out to you, maybe that you weren't aware of?
I was impressed by a lot of my sophomores. We already know that Natea Donaldson's a bona fide Division I recruit, but it was good to see, players like Aspen Abel, Emma Jalka, Shea Ashley getting some time and getting a lot of success in our scrimmage as well. So our youth is going to be very important to our success this year.
You open up with some pretty tough games off the bat here, and let's talk about your opponent today, and that's Cuba City. Now, they were in the sectional final last year. They're a storied program, and they bring back a lot of talent from last year. What do you know about them?
Yeah, they bring back about 6 to 7 girls from a 8-person rotation. They got about 4 starters coming back. 4 of those starters were all-conference players. One of them was the SWAL Player of the Year. So they have a lot of talent. They got some Division I talent on this team, so it's not going to be your typical D4 team. We're going to have our work cut out for us tonight.
What are your keys for success here?
Tonight, we got to match their physicality. We got to limit the second chance points, especially if they're shooting their threes and not making them. We have to box out and limit those second chance looks, and we got to push the ball up the floor on offense. Don't let them get set up on defense. As
I mentioned, it's going to be a busy weekend. A lot of teams from across the state coming in here, and you kind of like having this showcase here where you not only your team can get some good competition, but it's a chance to see teams from all over.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we have some of the local teams here, us, Waupun, Columbus. It's good to see them in action. You're going to see Aquinas, who got all the way to the Division IV state final last year. You're going to see Milwaukee Academy of Science, who always has a really good program, and Kettle Moraine Lutheran's here too. They're going to be ranked in their division, so it's going to be a great weekend of basketball. A lot of talented teams, so if you have nothing going on, come on through.
Well, it might be a little too early to ask you this question because it's been such a whirlwind over the last couple of weeks, but how are things going for you here? And this adjustment is taking over the program and now starting a season?
I mean, I can't lie. It was a lot. I mean, I was hired a couple of days before the season started, so I had to do months of preparation time within a few days. But things have settled down now. I'm feeling more comfortable. The girls are feeling more comfortable, and we're just excited to be playing for real.
I know that you teach here at the high school, you teach social studies. You know some of these kids. You knew them already, really, from having them in your class. Does that help in the transition a little bit?
I would say, yeah. I've had about half of the girls on the team in class, so I already knew them already. We had that relationship, so there wasn't the whole introduction phase. I'm this guy, I'm your coach. They knew who I was, and they knew I had coached beforehand, so they knew they were getting someone with experience, not just someone that coaches, noon ball at the Y on the weekends.
Braden, I wish you and the girls a lot of good luck tonight, and as you kick off the season here, thanks so much for your time. Do appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. Go Beavers.
All right, that's Braden Wendt, head coach of Beaver Dam. We'll step aside. Back for more after this on Daily Dodge TV.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
Is selling your home like a walk in the park? If you were in Central Park at 2 a.m. maybe. Chris Kladowski Real Estate. When it is time to sell, be it due to loss or love, growth or downsizing, staying near or going far, there are 3 basic steps. List it, sell it, move on. The steps are made simple by working with a trusted real estate advisor. Our family team is with you every step of the way, making those 3 steps as smooth and fun as possible. Kladowski Real Estate. We look forward to serving you.
You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
And we continue our pregame programming inside the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse as we get you set for the season opener. It's Beaver Dam and Cuba City. My name is Mike Tronson, and I am honored to be joined once again by Norbert Durst. He is the girls basketball writer for WisSports.net. Norbert, it's great to see you again, buddy.
Yeah, great to see you. Always happy to be on.
And here we go, and what a great way for us to start the season here with these 2 teams, both of them ranked in the preseason rankings. Both of them had really good seasons last year, and both bring back quite a bit of talent.
Oh, yeah, they're both looking to do some damage this season for sure. And, Cuba City's a team that, finished 1 game away from the state tournament, so they're a team that's, trying to get there and try to take another gold ball back to Cuba City.
Jason Derby in his 3rd season leading the program. Of course, he was a former boys assistant at Cuba City, and Braden Wendt, brand new coach here for Beaver Dam, taken over this year. He was hired only a couple of weeks ago, so he probably hasn't had a lot of time to sit and take this all in because it's been quite a bit he's had to get together over the last couple of weeks there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's nice to inherit a team that's got the talent they have, but you still have a lot of things you want to do differently with the team, so it's going to take a little bit of time for them to get going.
Let's take one more break. We'll come back for the starting lineups, the opening tip, right after this on Daily Dodge TV.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
In today's financial markets, you will find all your needs met at Park Village Shopping Center. Time is right for a home equity line of credit. The folks at Horicon Bank can make those home remodel dreams a reality. Searching for sound financial advice? Kevin Smith of Edward Jones will help you make sense of your investments. Kevin knows the market inside and out. Knightberry Title meets all your title needs, from commercial to residential. The team at Knightberry is your partner for success. This is why you hear people say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center. You should too.
Park Village Shopping Center. You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
Our national anthem here at the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse. Let's give you the starting lineups for today's game. First, for Cuba City. And they are coached again by Jason Derby in his third year. The guards are Ashley Rowe, a 5'7" sophomore, and Olivia Olson, 5'7" and a junior. At a guard/forward, Summer Rogers, a 5'10" junior. Also at forward, Alexis Rundy, 5'8" junior. And rounding out the starting five for Cuba City at center is Dia Christ, 6 feet tall and a junior. So again, it's going to be Ashley Rowe, Olivia Olson, Summer Rogers, Alexis Rundy, and Dia Christ, the starters for the Cubans. Meanwhile, for Beaver Dam, Golden Beavers coached by Braden Wendt in his first season, and the guards are Ani Salatel. I call her Seattle. She's a 5'11" senior, along with Emma Julka, 5'6" and a sophomore, Aspen Abel, a 5'11" sophomore, and Taya Donaldson, a 5'9" sophomore. At forward, Riley Zarnecki, a 5'11" senior. So again, it's going to be Salatel, Julka, Abel, Donaldson, and Zarnecki, the starters for Beaver Dam. And they're going to go right to it as the ball is going to be in the air right away. Jump is controlled by Cuba City. Here we go. Norbert, season's underway as Cuba City moving left to right here in the first half. Beaver Dam will go right to left across your Daily Dodge TV video screen. And there's a tie-up at the top of the key as Riley Zarnecki ties up Olivia Olson, and the jump ball is going to give it to Beaver Dam. So Beaver Dam with a nice defensive stand to start the season. North?
Yeah, it's always good to start the season off strong on defense, because that's usually something that takes a little bit of time to get going usually.
Beaver Dam in the white home jerseys and shorts, the green numbers, the green and gold trim. Here's a shot up in the lane, and it's good. That is Riley Zarnecki with the first bucket of the year. 2-0 Beaver Dam leads. We're 30 seconds in. So Zarnecki gets him on the board. Cuba City in the black jerseys and shorts, the yellow numbers and trim. Olson with a bounce pass into the lane, and that's Dia Christ trying to go to the corner, but it was intercepted, and back the other way comes Aspen Abel. Finds Ani Salatel. Seattle's three-point shot off the back rim, no good, and Ashley Rowe clears the glass for Cuba City. So we're about a minute into this game. Cuba City trying to get on the board. They trail 2-0 early. First game of the Beaver Dam Classic. A lot of great basketball. There's a steal by Aspen Abel as she took it away from Olson. Abel, a little hesitation move, knocked out of her hands, trying to get it back, and it's actually out off of the Cubans. Beaver Dam's going to keep possession. But yeah, this is always a fun weekend here, Norbert, with all these great teams and players in from across the state. A lot of great games tonight and a full slate tomorrow afternoon and evening.
Yeah, it's always good to see that variety as we see a three go up and good there.
Riley Zarnecki's off to a hot start. She just buries the triple, and it's 5-0. She's got all 5 points for Beaver Dam as we are a minute and 27 seconds. There's a steal, so Zarnecki can play defense too as she gets the steal and sends it ahead to Salatel. Julka now back to Zarnecki, right side, double team, out to Seattle for three. It's in and out, no good, and the rebound is pulled down that time by Christ. We're not quite 2 minutes in. 5-0 Beaver Dam leads. This is Rowe, had it knocked out of her hand. Zarnecki's going to pick it up. Back the other way come the Golden Beavers. Donaldson near the top of the key, bobbled it momentarily. Now Corrals inside the center circle, sends it over to Julka on the left side. Cross-court feed. There's Abel for a deep three. It's off the rim, no. And the rebound going to be tracked down by Alexis Rundy, and we've got a timeout called by Cuba City. We'll keep it here. 15:51 to go in the first half, and it's 5-0 in favor of Beaver Dam. And Jason Derby says, let's talk about some things.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start here for Cuba City, but again, when you go against a really good opponent early on in the year, you're going to struggle a bit at times, especially with that pressure that Beaver Dam will bring. I believe it was a couple years ago we were here when they played Madison Memorial, and, they kind of buried Madison Memorial in that game. But then Madison Memorial, they showed later in the year that they were a solid team.
Yeah.
It's just when you play a tough team with good defensive pressure, you're going to run into a few turnovers, especially early in the year.
I know Beaver Dam, they scrimmaged Mequon Homestead last Saturday. Didn't win, but they played well. Just had a few breakdowns at the end. And obviously they're still in the get-to-know-you phase with Braden Wynn. He's a teacher here at the high school, so he knows some of these kids, but still, it's a lot different when you're not in the classroom and you're trying to work on basketballs. We have a whistle, 15:43 to go first half, and it's going to be Cuba City ball. They'll inbound right in front of the Beaver Dam bench on the far side. Lob pass in, and it's taken by Olson. You look at the Cuba City roster here, Norbert, and there's one thing that's missing. Seniors. There are no seniors on this roster, and that's kind of scary when you think how good they were last year as we have a whistle and a turnover. They were so good last year, and a lot of these girls were on that team last year and played significant minutes.
Right, and that's kind of, the trend with a lot of teams. Some teams are just buying into that young talent when they have it, and sometimes that'll kind of just, in a way, force some of those upperclassmen maybe that would have stayed out to kind of just leave the team. But, definitely not just for right now, but for the future, they're set pretty well, too.
Here's Abel for three on the right side. It is good for Aspen Abel. And she's got her first trifecta of the season, 8-0. Beaver Dam with the early lead. And here's a hesitation move by Olson. She goes right side, puts it high over the rim, too strong. Donaldson clear on the glass. Taya Donaldson let traffic go by, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Donaldson into the lane, and now kicks it back. Wait a minute, she traveled as she was trying to hop, skip, and jump through traffic. One thing that we didn't mention, we'll just mention it briefly, is unfortunately Beaver Dam's going to be without Gabby Wilkie for the first couple of games of the year. She's not available, but right now, 8-0, I tell you what, the rest of the team picking up the slack here.
Yeah, sometimes when you have one of your star players out early in the year, can kind of give other kids the opportunity to kind of get their feet under themselves and start the season strong. So then when you do get fully loaded, you're even better and better for the future.
Rowe with a lob pass into the post, turnaround Christ, and that's good for Dia Christ. So the Cuba City Cubans are on the board. It was an 8-0 run to start the game for Beaver Dam. Now an 8-2 lead, and we had a whistle. The ball go out of bounds there over by the Beaver Dam bench, and the Golden Beavers will be forced to inbound. A little pressure in the backcourt. Julka has it for BD, and she'll race across the midcourt stripe. Bounce pass left side for Seattle. Ani Salatel. Cross-court pass. Oh, that's dangerous, and it was tipped and stolen. Back the other way. That is Rundy, and nice defense back there by Donaldson. A pair of 31s going after it. Ball knocked out of bounds, but Cuba City will keep possession. They'll inbound on the baseline to our right. And we have not quite 4 minutes gone in this first half. Here is a shot up, and it's off the rim. No rebound for Donaldson off the miss by Olson. So this is Abel down low on the right side. Lob pass up to Taya Donaldson. Back to Zarnecki into the lane, and there was contact. And we'll check this foul here, our first of the game. It's going to go on Ashley Rowe. Nope, beg your pardon. It's going to go on Christ. Misspoke, so Christ picks up her first of the game. Shea Marie Ashley, 5'6" sophomore, checks in for the Golden Beavers as the inbounds pass is taken by Abel. In the lane, kicks it over to Julka. Julka's jumper's on the way. Off the rim, no. And the rebound for Emily Wigman, a 5'3" junior who just checked in for Cuba City. Also checking in, Allie Ingersoll, 5'8" sophomore. She's on the floor now for the Cubans. And there's a screen set by Ingersoll. She'll take a pass from Rowe. Ingersoll to the free throw line. Gives it back now to Olsen. A little floater up for Olsen. That's off the rim. No. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Golden Beavers. And so it will remain Cuba City basketball. 13:27 to go in the first half.
Yeah, they're going to probably need a lot of points from Olsen today, I just noticed that Ella Vosberg is not on the roster for this year, and she put up 15 a game last year, so that's definitely for them, it's going to take them a little bit of time to find that second scorer.
Olivia Olsen last year averaged 17 points a game, 78% from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, and also very unselfish because she averaged almost 6 assists per game.
Yeah, she's a do-it-all player on offense and defense for Cuba City.
Donaldson's arcing shot from the left corner is no good, and on the rebound, we have a whistle. We're going to have a foul on Beaver Dam. Olsen was, she's the top scorer returning from last year at 17.2 a game. Ashley Rowe averaging 9 points a game last year. Christ, 7.3 a game last year. You get the idea.
Right. Those two are going to have to pick it up, though, and, get a little bit from the rest of the squad. But you definitely need a second to high score if you want to compete, not just, for a good regular season, but to make a deep tournament run.
Abel picked up the foul, by the way. This is Rowe spinning into the lane, and there was contact again. Looks like they're going to get Taya Donaldson. That's exactly who is the guilty party here. And she picks up her first. And that is going to even up the team fouls at 2 apiece. We're a little more than 5 minutes in. 8-2. Beaver Dam leading. Cuba City inbounds, and it's Olsen. Driving into the lane, ran into a double team. Backs up now, goes back at it. Bounces off a defender, put a shot up. It was short. Ashley the rebound. And Ashley lets traffic go by. Feeds Julka high on the left. Now Julka going to set something up between the circles. Here's Julka. Knocked out of her hand, but right to Donaldson. Taya sends it left side for Riley Zarnecki. Zarnecki puts it off the glass. No, got her own rebound, and we've got a foul on the floor. Riley Zarnecki, a couple of weeks ago, made it official. She committed to Division II Roosevelt University. This is where she'll be playing college ball.
That Roosevelt's been recruiting, especially in basketball, Wisconsin really hard. They do have some connections there, and a new D2 school as well.
Shot is off the rim, no rebound, and it's going to be grabbed by Wigman. Wigman up the right side, a little hesitation move, trying to go baseline. Ashley's all over her defensively. Pass cross court, intercepted. Donaldson knocked it out of midair right to herself, brings it back the other way. Hesitation move, right side, and she is fouled as she was going in for a layup on the right side. Donaldson trying to go coast to coast off the steal, and she gets fouled, so that will mean a trip to the free throw line. Donaldson last year averaged 12 points a game for the Golden Beavers. That's a fine freshman campaign.
Yeah, and she really had, she picked it up right out of the gates last year.
She did.
She did very well to start the season. Again, Wilkie was out to start last season as well, so, that kind of got her going offensively. Donaldson, that is.
Second one on the way. Donaldson got the first. She got the second, and it's now 10-2. Beaver Dam leading. Donaldson, her older sister Jada, plays at UW Milwaukee. Taya also has an offer from UW Milwaukee on the table.
We're all surprised about that one, right? Usually those schools find those right connections.
Nice pass. And an underhanded scoop shot. It's going to go for Olivia Olsen. Well, she can do that. I mean, she's that good. And a nice move by Olsen to make it 10-4 Beaver Dam. Ashley stripped from behind, ball's loose, and picked up by Wigman. So much talent all over the place here. There's a drive and a layup. No, it's off the rim. No good. Fighting for the rebound. And a shot is up. No good for Rundy. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Beaver Dam as they were fighting for it.
Yeah, that Milwaukee squad has Cami Pepler on it. Her sister Callie is committed to Milwaukee. And they've also offered the freshman sister Cardin already. So, I mean, it's usually when you find that right connection, you're going to probably offer the sister if they're pretty good as well. To keep those connections.
Well, it's not. It's not nepotism. This is.
She's
good.
No,
she deserves the offer.
She definitely deserves the offer. Mm-hmm. So if I said that, make it seem like she just kind of offered for no reason.
You didn't. There's a three, and it was that was Olsen again, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, Olsen over on the left side there. There's no PA because we've got multiple games going on, so they can't have a PA announcer, talking over another game is why they don't do it. Here's Zarnecki. Well, that's easy to see. Riley Zarnecki called her own number. She wears number 3. She just hit a 3. 13-7. Beaver Dam leads Cuba City, and we're about 7 minutes into this first half of play. 11:02 and counting left in the half. There's a block as going up for a shot was Summer Rogers and was blocked out of bounds. Cuba City will keep possession with 10:55 to go in the half. Bounce pass in. Oh, somebody left the back door open, and Wigman was wide open for an easy layup.
Yeah, that one's one of those that'll frustrate you on defense and you're happy on offense just because wide open look there.
13-9, so Cuba City, despite being down 8-0 early, they've closed the gap to 4. Donaldson forced a shot up. It's no good. Might have been partially blocked by Christ, and it's going to be Cuba City basketball. They've got a chance to close the gap to 2 or less on this possession. Here's Olsen again. Olsen wearing my old number, 22 from my playing days. I said I wore 22 because that's the amount of points I scored in my career, was 22. But no, I did. That's a true story. I wore 22 back in my playing days. There's a nice pass to Chris. Little hook shot is up. No good, and Zarnecki with the rebound. Now there was defensive pressure that probably altered that a little bit.
Definitely.
All right, here's Donaldson. Left corner 3. Arcing shot. Good. Natea Donaldson from downtown Beaver Dam. And it's 16-9. Beaver Dam's back ahead by 7. Long way to go in this one, though. We're just under 10 minutes left in the first half. 9:50 and counting. Here's Olsen driving left baseline. Ran into Ashley. One hands it up top. Wigman through traffic. One-handed shot for Wigman goes off the glass. Nice move through traffic. And Wigman's got 4 off the bench. He averaged about 5.5, 6 points a game last year. 16-11. Zarnecki's had a hot start. Zarnecki averaged only about 5 points a game last year, but she's not the prolific scorer. She's the do-it-all player. There's a shot. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that.
Maybe she is.
Maybe she is as she hits a 3, 19-11. But generally, she's not going to drop 20 points a game. But what she's going to do, she's going to give you 5, 6 points. She's going to get you about 4, 5, 6, 7 rebounds.
Right.
She's going to get you a couple assists, and that's just quality.
And a lot of times she's probably not scoring a lot because she's not shooting a ton,
Right.
So it's tough to score when you're not shooting a lot either.
Well, and there's this layup, no good. Well, and she probably is thinking to herself now, Norbert, that I got to pick it up here a little bit. We're without Gabby Wilkie for a couple of games, and not that we don't have some talent on this floor, but she's taking it upon herself as a senior. I got to step up my game a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see out of your upperclassmen, especially seniors, to step up, especially when someone's out.
All right, here's Olsen, right of the circle. She's going to try a 3 off a screen. Bullseye! Olivia Olsen, her second 3.
You don't really want to go under those screens very often when she's behind the arc.
19-14, Beaver Dam leads by 5. Well, now they lead by 8 as Taya Donaldson knocks down her second triple. That's 5 threes in the half for the Golden Beavers. And they lead at 22-14, 8-10 and counting left until intermission. First game of the season, first game of the Beaver Dam Classic. High off the glass, that one's going to go for Ingersoll. And we have a timeout called by Beaver Dam. We got a 30 or a 60? We've got a 30. So we'll keep it right here with 8:04 to go in the first half. And a reminder that we'll be back here tomorrow broadcasting Beaver Dam's game against Westosha Central. That'll be the final game of this Classic. So Beaver Dam gets the very first game, and they get the very last game. Tomorrow night, it's a 7 o'clock tip if we're on time. And pregame show would start around 6:45 here on Daily Dodge TV. You going to hang around all weekend, Norbert? Or
I'm actually going to make the drive up to Green Bay tomorrow to watch Notre Dame Pewaukee.
Oh, boy. I understand that one.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one.
I've missed those regular season games the last couple of years. I'm
Not
thinking
this time,
year
huh?
I just can't do that.
No, I don't blame you one bit. That is a good idea. Speaking of Pewaukee and Notre Dame, I believe I haven't looked that closely, but I think for the postseason this year, Beaver Dam got moved to away from Notre Dame, and their bracket is now, I think they're in with Pewaukee, actually.
Yeah, I believe you're correct on that. There was a lot of shuffling in Division II this year.
Here's a turnover. Here come the Cuba City Cubans, 22-16. Beaver Dam leads, and there's a 3 on the way. It's no good for Rowe. Rebound for Salatel, and Ani Salatel throws it ahead, and out of bounds it goes. She was trying to get it down to Kenzie Gritzmacher, a 5'6 senior that had just checked in for the Golden Beavers, seeing her first action of the season. Kenzie Gritzmacher on the floor, came in after that last dead ball. Good start to this one, though, entertaining. Both teams, I don't want to say there's rust here, but, it's the first game of the year and just trying to get their legs under them a little bit. And there is a ball knocked loose by Ashley, and saving it in the backcourt is Wigman. That's not an over and back because Ashley was the one that forced it over the line. 7:08 and counting left until halftime. 22-16. Zarnecki knocked the ball loose. Now she ties up Christ. And we have got a whistle, and let's see what we have. There is a foul. And this one, was it on? What did they get it on?
I would think Zarnecki.
I thought it was Zarnecki, but the scoreboard had 31 up there. That's why I was a little confused. Well, 31's not even out there right now. That's Taya Donaldson. Anyways, Cuba City has it. Yeah, it's early for broadcasters, too, you know.
Correct.
I was doing football not even 24 hours ago, and now it's basketball season. Here's Olsen, and she misses that shot a little bit short. Ashley has the rebound. Throws it ahead in transition, and she was just a little bit too far for Gritzmacher. Had the right idea, wanted to burn him in transition, but just could not connect. And that's a break for Cuba City. They'll inbound. Cubans trailing by 6 with 6:45 to go, first half of our season opener. Here's a ball fake, and driving is Ingersoll. Ran into defense on the baseline, up to Christ now on the wing. Christ, right of the circle. Worked on defensively by Zarnecki, and they're going to get Riley again there for some contact. And a substitute, a couple of subs here. Donaldson coming back in for Beaver Dam. Savannah Krieger, a freshman, 5'8" freshman, checking in for Cuba City. Pass into Olsen, driving through traffic. Missed it off the rim. Offensive board, put back high up the glass. Are they going to count it? Three-point opportunity. Yeah. I think they will. Yeah, there was the signal. It came really late. But it's going to be a three-point opportunity for Alexis Rundy. Free throws up, and it's good. Rundy averaged a couple of points a game last year, 56% from the line. And now we have a timeout with 6:22 to go in the first half, a 30-second timeout. So, again, we'll keep it right here. Mike Tronson alongside Norbert Durst. We are at the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse for the girls' season opener between Beaver Dam and Cuba City. Both these teams in the preseason rankings, as we talked about. Number 6, Beaver Dam's number 6 in Division 2 in the preseason rankings. Cuba City, number 3 in Division 4. And no surprise, after what these teams have done, even just last year. I mean, bringing back the talent that they do, they're going to be talked about throughout the season.
Yeah, definitely. And these are programs that have been strong for years, so it's nothing new as far as them trying to compete for a conference title and get to state and compete for a state championship. So it's really just nothing new, just a new season for them, and just have some new faces as well, which happen every year, and just a matter of starting out the season strong.
So Beaver Dam going to work. By the way, if you want to send us an email during the broadcast tonight, you can do that. sports@dailydodge.com. That's sports@dailydodge.com. As Aspen Abel banks one off the window from a tough angle. She drove right baseline. She's got 5, 24-19. Beaver Dam leads Cuba City. 5:45 to go first half. But, yeah, we'll get to some emails here in a little bit if you want to send one in. And there's a traveling violation on Ingersoll. In fact, I think I have a couple in the hopper already. And, we'll get to those here in just a second. But sports@dailydodge.com is where you will find us. 24-19, Beaver Dam with the lead and possession. Abel for 3. Why not? High off the back rim, no. And a defensive rebound for Ingersoll. And here comes Olsen at the top of the key. Met there by Julka. Man-to-man D for the Golden Beavers. Little lob pass taken by Krieger. Krieger ran into defense in the post, and she called for a travel. She went up with it and decided, I don't know that I can shoot over that defender, and came back down with it. Unfortunately, you can't do that.
Yeah, got caught there.
It happens. Here is Ashley just inside the midcourt stripe. Over to Seattle. Seattle finds Donaldson, top of the key, right back to Abel on the wing. She'll drive into the lane, finds Ashley. Ashley down Wisconsin Avenue, out to Salatel, three-pointer left side, short, rebound Ashley, blocked out of bounds by Christ. Well, Chris has a little bit of a height advantage there over Ashley, and Ashley's kind of smiling about that one, but Beaver Dam's going to keep possession. 4:53 to go in the half. This is Donaldson. Sends it right side. Abel, a deep three. No good. And we're going the other way as looks like Ashley and Wigman were going after that loose ball. They're going to get Ashley here, but this is the first broadcast of many. We're going to be with you all winter long here on Daily Dodge TV, and we'll be broadcasting Beaver Dam girls basketball, boys basketball. We'll have boys and girls hockey on the air. We'll have wrestling on the air. It's going to be a busy winter as per usual, and we're kicking it off tonight with this one. This is Olsen. Olsen in the right block, spins, puts a shot. That's a tough shot over traffic, and she made it look easy.
Yeah, she can score a number of ways, and obviously she just showed that turnaround pull-up.
24-21. We got a one-possession game. Beaver Dam's lead down to 3, and every time Cuba City's kind of tried to close the gap, Beaver Dam's kind of, scored a bucket or two and extended it, and not this time. Three-pointer no good for Seattle, and the Cubans now can cut the deficit to 1 on this possession, and Ashley knocked the ball loose. Now they fight for it. Jump ball. The arrow says it belongs to the Cubans.
Yeah, Ashley's not going to let you just dribble the ball in front of you like that. You're going to have a better grasp of it. Otherwise, she's just going to take it from you.
Well, some things never change. Beaver Dam, they've made a living playing defense like that for how many years now? Yes. Yeah, there's some changes this year. That's not one of them.
Yeah, the kids are still playing the same way.
That's not changing. Here is Ashley Rowe. Pass to Chris. She got behind the defender, and she goes in for a layup. Now she had the inside position. Nice pass to get it to her, by the way. Chris scores. We got a one-point game, 24-23. So Beaver Dam's lead down to 1. Seattle for 3. Money.
There's your answer.
There's the answer as Ani Salatel knocks down the triple, 27-23. BD with the lead, 3:22 to go until intermission. Here's a pass intercepted. Julka back the other way. 2-on-1. Julka right side. Missed the layup, and Chris was following the play to get the defensive rebound. Now giving it to Olsen. Olsen sends it down low. Reverse layup. Good for Rundy. The high-low game, and Rundy finishes with a reverse, and it's 27-25. Beaver Dam lead by 2 now. 2:50 and counting left in the first half. Pass to the left corner. Salatel, 3-ball, and another one. Well, she's heating up now, isn't she?
Yeah, and it's really good to see her not just back playing, but a lot more healthy. She got into the game at the end of last year, but more just to get into the game.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It's so good to see her back after missing all that time last year and due to the injury. And she's back for her senior season, and she's going to be back with a vengeance. Ani Salatel. Ball not loose. There's a steal. 30-25. Beaver Dam. They've got possession, and Abel's going to take. Abel was going in strong. Olsen tried to take the charge, but they're saying she didn't have position.
Yeah, it looks like she slid a little under at the end there.
So here is Abel going to the free throw line. I see the emails are coming in strong now. We're going to get to those here, I promise, folks, in just a minute. First free throw is in and out and back in again for Abel. Talking about emails, some of our football playoff games we were broadcasting this fall, I think I had about 135 emails in one of the Columbus playoff games. It got to the point where I could hardly do play-by-play. There were so many emails coming in. It was fun, though. We enjoyed it.
That means people are listening.
They're tuned in. Second free throw, no good. Zarnecki tried to grab the rebound, but instead it was tipped to Christ by her teammate Rundy. And here is Rowe. Shot up off the rim, no good. And the rebound deflected, grabbed by Riley Zarnecki. Just under 2 minutes left in this first half. An entertaining half, 31-25. Beaver Dam with possession and a 6-point lead. Julka to Abel, right baseline, double team, knocked loose. That should be Beaver Dam ball. Yes, it will be, as it was knocked out by the Cubans' defense. Julka is going to inbound over on the baseline to our left. Inbounds pass knocked loose, but saved by Zarnecki. They work it into the post, and there is Julka to put one up and in. Emma Julka, her first bucket of 2023, the new season, I should say, and it's 33-25. Beaver Dam's got it back to an 8-point advantage.
Yeah, let's see if Cuba City can answer here. It'll be big here to end the half for them to make a little bit of a run themselves.
Pass almost intercepted, but was saved by Rundy. Now Olsen, right side, guarded by Julka. 1:12 to go in the first half. Mike Tronson, Norbert Durst with you on Daily Dodge TV. Glad you're with us. Olsen tries a three.
Much space.
Money. Yep, you give her some space. That's what she can do. Her third three of the game. She's got 13 points. 33-28 as a ball grabbed by Cuba City's Summer Rogers. And at the other end, Olsen through traffic, puts a shot up. It's off the rim. No. Rebound grab by Salatel, and she'll give it to Julka. Lob pass ahead. Zarnecki left side on the wing. Up to Gritzmacher. Cross-court pass almost intercepted. They work it down low. Julka back out to Zarnecki for three. Buries it. Riley Zarnecki. 4 triples. She's got 14 points, and it's 36-28 Beaver Dam. 21 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, don't just call her a role player now.
No, I guess, yeah. She heard me up here. She goes, Tronson, be quiet. Be quiet. I'm going to show you a thing or two. Just took what I know about this team and just threw it right out the window. Right? No, she's having a great first half. Olsen, she's having a great first half. Missed that shot, though. Ball knocked around. Offensive board put back at the buzzer is no good for Summer Rogers. And that is the end of a very entertaining first half of play. We have played one half of basketball in this 2023-2024 season. And at the break, it is Beaver Dam 36 and Cuba City 28. Stay with us. Our halftime report comes up right after this 4-minute break. We're back in 4 minutes on Daily Dodge TV.
15% off the most awarded SUV ever, the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. Hello, this is Brent Reed, and this deal is so good, I've got to say it again. 15% off brand new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokees during the Black Friday sales event. That's over $10,000 in savings on select models. This is going to be a Black Friday like no other. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and ReedChrysler.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We have a great feature available in our showrooms, our digital price tags. They search the internet every day and allow us to adjust the prices based on our competitors. That ensures you are always getting the best deal. If it finds a lower price, it will automatically change our Silica price in real time. These digital price tags are all about saving you time and money. Shop Silica for Your Home for the best sales, service, and selection.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
At Summit Ford Beaver Dam, we are committed to serving the customers in our community, to bringing you into our dealership and making the buying process easy, fun, stress-free, and memorable. Thank you for choosing us and voting us Dodge County's best place to buy a new or used vehicle. Stop in today for a test drive and to see how we can help you find the car of your dreams. Summit Ford Beaver Dam.
The comfort in your home is too important to trust to just anyone. With over 75 years in the industry, Surefire Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to bring our community the heating and cooling services you deserve. Expect nothing short of excellence in service, installation, and 24/7 emergency service. As a premier Lennox dealer, we carry the best in equipment to bring you and your home peace of mind. Schedule your annual maintenance or claim your free in-home estimate today, 920-485-4883. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
The teams at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service are growing and adding service technicians and auto lube technicians. Work in a clean shop environment with a fun and friendly team that is committed to excellence and customer satisfaction. Competitive pay based on experience, full benefits, including health, dental, 401k. Join the growing team at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service. Find full job postings on Facebook or visit either location to submit your resume.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Halftime here inside the Beaver Dam High School field house. With the score, the Beaver Dam girls 36 and Cuba City 28. Mike Tronson alongside Norbert Durst from wisports.net. And we are so glad you're with us here on Daily Dodge TV. Ninja, a.k.a. Justin Wilski. He's our videographer and engineer tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by our presenting video sponsors, Hometown Glass and Improvement, Columbus Family Dental, and the Beaver Dam Unified School District. Today's game also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Kladowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Silica for your home, Summit Ford, Beaver Dam Tire and Service and Mayville Tire and Service, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, Napleton GM and Beaver Dam, and White Construction. We'll get to some first half stats in a moment. Right now, I want to get to some emails that have been coming in. This one says, wish I was there. We're watching from the NCAA Division III Volleyball Championship Tournament in Holland, Michigan. UW Stevens Point won its first round match last night. They play again tonight. Go Pointers and go BD. Also says, great job, Mike and Norbert. Who are those guys? And that's from Ed Salatel. The Salatels checking in. Ed, thank you very much. You're too kind, my friend. I do appreciate it, though, and so does Norbert. Let's see what else we got here. Go Beavers from the Halfmans, checking in from St. Germain. Let's see what else we have here. Great to see the Golden Beavers back in action, and great to hear the Golden Voice doing the game. Who's that? It says, let's have a fun, successful season. That's our really good friend, Tom Boyum, and he checks in from St. Petersburg, Florida. St. Petersburg. I wouldn't
Got
mind.
viewers everywhere.
We
And
do.
a little warmer there, probably.
It's a
than here.
little bit warmer, but I tell you what, the weather, Tom, he probably knows. It's been pretty good up here the last few days.
Yeah, we've been spoiled, for sure.
We really have. So, Tom, nice to hear from you again. Carly Lappin, how about that? A former Beaver Dam player checking in. Carly says, go BD. So excited to watch this season. Carly, I hope you're doing well. Hope all is well with you, and thanks for checking in. Do appreciate it. Let's see. Speaking of former players, Layla Ashley, a former Beaver Dam player, and says, hey, it's Layla supporting my sister, number 0. She's number 0 in the program, but number 1 in your hearts. That's Shay Ashley, Shay Marie Ashley. And Layla's checking in from college. Go Beavers. Layla, hey, how are you doing? Great to hear from you. I hope life's treating you well. Let's see here. This one says, let's go Beavers from Taylor Post, our good friend. Well, they're all good friends here. I mean, Taylor Post, he checks in a lot on these broadcasts. Taylor, how are you, buddy? I hope you're doing well, and nice to hear from you. And, hey, Benjamin Beaver sent me an email. He says, remember to vote for Benjamin Beaver for the Mascot Hall of Fame Awards. Benny is nominated in 3 categories. And you go to mascothalloffame.com. You can vote every 24 hours until November 21st. And Benny says thank you. And, hey, he's already got my vote for the best mascot around.
Yeah, he shined my head a couple years back at the state tournament, too, so big fan.
By the way, we're on a kick here of alums checking in. How about another alum? Maddie Kinsey checking in from Madison. Good to see the girls back on the court. Go Beavers. Yeah, if you're a former player, I don't care if you're a former player from Beaver Dam or Cuba City or whatever school, let us know you're out there tuned in. We would love to hear from you and hear how you're doing. Maddie, it's nice to hear from you. I hope you're doing well. Sports@dailydodge.com is where you'll find us. If you'd like to chime in with an email, sports@dailydodge.com. But let's take a quick look at some first half numbers. Norbert, the individual scoring for Beaver Dam, Riley Zarnecki, outstanding with 14 points, including 4 3-point baskets. 8 points for Taya Donaldson, including a pair of triples. Ani Salatel had a pair of 3. She finished with 6. Aspen Abel had 6, including 1 from downtown. Emma Julka chipped in 2. Over on the Cuba City side, well, Olivia Olson, she was pretty good. 13 points, including 3 from downtown. 5 points for Alexis Rundy. And we had a couple players with 4 points each. Dia Christ and Emily Wigman both had 4. Allie Ingersoll chipped in 2. Beaver Dam opened the game on an 8-0 run. Cuba City got back into it, but every time they started to get close, Beaver Dam would then start to pull away a little bit again. Got a back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And it did take Cuba City a little bit of time to get going there. They, it's that first game of the year, maybe jitters and just kind of being a little lax with the ball, and then once they got it going, they started grinding a little bit, finding ways to score. Not just Olivia Olson, too. Some of those other players obviously were stepping up. D. Chris in the paint, helping out on defense as well. So they've definitely settled in, but, that three-point shooting and the defense that Beaver Dam put forth in that first half was definitely the difference.
So just about ready to start the second half of this contest. Again, games going on here all weekend long. We've got games tonight and games all day tomorrow as part of this Beaver Dam Classic. Later tonight, after this one at 5:30, it's Columbus versus Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Then at 7 o'clock, Westosha Central versus Lakeland. And the 8:30 game tonight, how about Waupun versus Milwaukee Academy of Science? That should be a doozy. Tomorrow, games all day. 1 o'clock, Waupun versus Columbus. 2:30 tomorrow, Kettle Moraine Lutheran and Aquinas. 4 o'clock, Cuba City battles Milwaukee Academy of Science. That'll be a fun one. Wanakee taking on Lakeland at 5:30. And at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the nightcap, Beaver Dam will take on Westosha Central. In the second half, Beaver Dam is going to go left to right as we see it. That means Cuba City going right to left. And here we go with Beaver Dam ahead 36-28 on the scoreboard. Golden Beavers inbounding. Second half is underway. And let's see how this one finishes as we go down the stretch. Bounce pass. There's Zarnecki sending it to the left corner. Abel, Julka out to Salatel, and she launches a 3, but it's off the mark, no good. Rebound for Christ. Beaver Dam, they got the look that they wanted, but that one not going to go. Just underway, opening 25 seconds of this second half. This is Christ over on the right elbow. She's worked on defensively by Zarnecki. Lob pass. Olson has it at the center circle. Man defense again here for the Golden Beavers. This is Olson near the top of the key. Being watched closely. Very patient offense here right now for Cuba City. Rowe has it high on the near side. Bounce pass to the free throw line just above it for Christ. Sends it out right side. Three-pointer on the way. Summer Rogers, it's off the rim. No, she followed her shot, and she got tied up. Jump ball, it's going to go to Cuba City. Yeah, the arrow had not been changed.
Right.
So that is correct. They were saying Beaver Dam. No, it's not Beaver Dam ball. Trust us, folks. It was not. Hey, it's early season for the scoring table, too.
Right, exactly. Just took a little extra there.
At least that's my excuse for the next few weeks. All right, here is Olson again. 1 minute gone, second half. Well, it's good to have you back here, Norbert. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, always good.
Always love working with you. And there's a ball knocked out of bounds by Abel, but Cuba City will keep it. I always tell you, you've got a standing invitation. Anytime you'd like to join me, if you're at a game that I'm doing, you're welcome to stop by.
Well, I always appreciate that because it kind of just gives me another perspective of a game. And I grew up kind of wanting to do this for a living. And I did some radio after college, in college, and then after college. But, times change a little bit, but you can still dabble a little bit as I can with you on the air.
Well, you're very good, by the way. Enjoy having you. Here's a three-pointer, deep three. It's no good for Seattle, and the rebound is pulled down by Rowe. She'll race ahead through traffic. Rowe, underhanded shot, missed it. Following the play, rebound and a putback, no for Summer Rogers, but Rogers is fouled, and she'll get an all-expenses-paid trip to the free throw line with 1 minute and 34 seconds elapsed here in the second half. Foul was on Seattle, her first, and the team's first here in the second half. First one's good. And one more coming up for Rogers. She was just under 50% from the line last year, and, well, she's 50% at this. Something, yep, she's right. Consistent, right? You got one or two. 36-20. It was, yeah. Here's a turnover. Back the other way. Here comes the Cubans, and the initial shot was missed by Rowe, but Rundy was there to clean up the miss and put it back in for two more.
Yeah, Cuba City, the rest of the team hustled down to get that easy.
Yeah, there was no white jerseys there.
Yep.
None. Yeah, that's Braden Wentz not going to like that. Now he's going to call a 30-second timeout.
Yep.
We'll step aside. Let's take a 30-second break. Back in 30 seconds, Daily Dodge TV.
Cheer! Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it's a commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement, online at hometownglass.com.
All right, back to live action. Just a couple of minutes into the second half. Beaver Dam with possession and a 36-31 lead on Cuba City. This has been a very entertaining game. And Donaldson in the left corner up to Julka. She's going to send it right back to Taya, and it was tipped out off of Taya's hands, and that's going to be a break for Cuba City. The Cubans will get it back off the turnover. 15:39 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, Cuba City's defense, good to start here in the second half. Looks like they went into a zone and looking to pressure those wings really hard, and it has led to a couple turnovers already for Beaver Dam.
Still a 5-point Golden Beaver lead, though, as Olsen sends it to Rowe. She'll pop a long three. It's a line drive three, actually, and no good. And we've got a whistle foul on Cuba City as we're going the other way. So Beaver Dam will get it back, and this foul is, I believe, on Rogers. That's her first, and evens up the team fouls at one apiece. Here's Julka crossing the timeline. Julka fires it down low. Oh, it's intercepted. Intercepted by Rogers. She throws it to Olsen. It was almost intercepted by Salatel. But Olsen gets it ahead. And now a screen set by Christ, and Olsen launching the three. Missed it. Zarnecki with a rebound. Giving it to Julka. Races up the right sideline. Baseline she goes. Falling out of bounds. Tried to save it. And it was knocked down and tipped right to Rowe, and she'll give it back to Olsen, who tipped it in the first place. Yeah, but we talked about her offensive prowess. Well, she can play both ends. Post feed, and Zarnecki blocks Chris. The loose ball picked up by Julka, and now a foul from behind, and that's a little frustration foul there after that block from behind on Chris by Zarnecki. My goodness.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice block. Once Chris brought the ball up and showed it, Zarnecki just got her hand up there and blocked it back.
14:38 left in the second half, 36-31. Here's Shea Marie Ashley. Lob pass to Aspen Abel at the circle. Back to Ashley as they play catch up top. She's being hassled, feeds Abel. Abel right back to Ashley, looks to the corner. Donaldson left corner three. Rainbow shot is good. It's a triple for Donaldson. That's her third from behind the arc in this game. 39-31. Back to an 8-point Beaver Dam lead. Just about 4 minutes gone, second half. Rowe, guarded by Donaldson, sends it up to Rogers. Now to Chris. Chris got position and in, banks it off the window for two more. Chris with 6 points tonight. 39-33. The lead is 6 for BD. They've got possession. Double teamed is Ashley, trying to get away from it. Now giving it to Donaldson. Right back to Ashley. Ashley sidearms it. Donaldson to the corner. Abel for three. Yes! Aspen Abel knocking down a three. That's her second trifecta of the evening. 42-33. Well, Beaver Dam's three-point shooting has been on point here most of this game.
Yeah, and that's really what's been, keeping them with a nice lead here, 9-point lead. And even though they've turned the ball over here a bit in the second half, 3 ball still helps that a ton.
Olsen, top of the bubble. Now backs up a little bit. Ashley watching her closely. She takes off. Trying to get away from Ashley. Bounce pass is intercepted by Salatel. She wanted to get it down to Rogers, but Salatel picked it off. Ahead to Zarnecki. Back to Seattle. Nice pass, diagonal, backdoor. There is Abel. And what a pass to get it to her as Abel scores. Timeout. Cuba City with 12:57 to go in the second half. 44-33 Beaver Dam. We're back in 1 minute. 1 minute break on Daily Dodge TV.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
Is selling your home like a walk in the park? If you were in Central Park at 2 a.m. maybe. Chris Kladowski Real Estate. When it is time to sell, be it due to loss or love, growth or downsizing, staying near or going far, there are 3 basic steps. List it, sell it, move on. The steps are made simple by working with a trusted real estate advisor. Our family team is with you every step of the way, making those 3 steps as smooth and fun as possible. Kladowski Real Estate. We look forward to serving you.
All right, we are back to live action. 44-33. Beaver Dam leads Cuba City. Cubans have possession after the timeout. But Beaver Dam's got the lead up to double digits, and there's a shot forced up. Oh, and Olsen, she got lucky there. She's going to get a trip to the free throw line as she got the foul called.
Yeah, she got bailed out a bit on that as she's kind of wasn't in a great position to shoot it, but, she still put herself in a good position to get fouled.
First free throw's up and good for Olsen. That's her first point of the half. Last year she was about 78% from the line. Hey, another former player just emailed us. Ellen Poles is checking in from UW La Crosse. Second free throw in and out, no good. Rebound for Donaldson. And Ellen says, good luck to the Beavers this year. Excited to watch. Ellen, nice to hear from you. And I hope you're doing well up in La Crosse. I was just in La Crosse a couple of weeks ago. I was broadcasting the Columbus Aquinas playoff football game at UW La Crosse's stadium. And that's a nice facility. I enjoyed it. Nice to hear from you, Ellen. Again, sports@dailydodge.com. If you want to send us an email, we'd love to hear from you. If there's any Cuba City fans out there, you're welcome to email us too. 12:04 to go in the second half. Cuba City with the ball. Yep, well, they had the ball. Donaldson just came up with a steal, and she got fouled after picking off the loose change. And we'll check. This foul is going to go on Rowe. And this is going to be her third. And team fouls here in the second half now even at 2 apiece. 44-34, so it's a double-digit lead for the Golden Beavers, trying to add to it right here with Gritzmacher back out there for head coach Braden Wendt. Finds Donaldson high on the left. Donaldson driving to Salatel. Seattle's 3 off the back iron. It's no good. Rebound is loose. Donaldson trying to grab it. She does. But did she run out of real estate? Let's see. Or was there a foul? No, it went off of a Cuba City player. No, there is a foul. All right. I didn't see the call initially, but yep, they're calling the foul now. And this one is the 4th on Rowe. So with 11:39 left, she's up to 4 fouls now. Bounce pass in. This is Abel. Donaldson, right elbow for 3. High off the rim, no. Rebound was knocked to Rogers by her teammate Rundy, and now here comes Wigman. Wigman driving on the right side. Donaldson's all over her defensively. And Wigman trying to bark out some instructions, looking for help, and there's the call. Yeah, that's just great D. That's just great D. Donaldson and company were all over her, and she just could not get the help she needed.
Yeah, that clock in your head's kind of got to go off a little bit too when you're near 3 or 4.
Here's Seattle. Cross-court feed. Donaldson takes the pass up to Julka between the circles. Man-to-man defense for Cuba City here at this juncture. Three-pointer in and out, no good for Abel. Fighting for the rebound is Rundy along with a couple of Beaver Dam players, and they call a jump ball. The arrow says it belongs to the Golden Beavers with 10:57 left to play in the ball game. Again, sports at dailydodge.com if you want to send an email. Benjamin Beaver just emailed his stat line from halftime. 2 2-pointers, 1 backwards, 2 3-pointers, 1 backwards, 4 of 6 shooting, a total of 10 points in a span of 2 minutes at halftime. Way to go, Benny. Sports at dailydodge.com. Ball was knocked into the Cuba City bench. I tell you, Benny, he's actually been on some broadcasts with me. He's done some. He's very good. I mean, he's a great analyst. He brings his board of euphemisms, and he'll point to one, and I'll just I'll let the folks know what he's saying. This is Olsen. Her team trailing by 10, but still time. 10.5 minutes to go here. Olsen forcing one up, and no good, but a foul. And this one is going to go on Julka, I believe. Or is it Ashley? Now they got Ashley instead. And the first up is up and good for Olsen. So Olivia Olsen, I've got her for 15 points in the game. She had 13 in the first half, been held a little quieter here in the second half. Done a nice job adjusting and playing defense on her. She makes the next one.
Yeah, it's definitely a point of emphasis to not let her score, or especially not let her at open shots.
40. Well, we saw what happened when you gave her space.
Right.
44-36 now. Beaver Dam leading by 8. Donaldson, knocked out of her hands by Rogers. She got it right back. Feeds Salatel. Donaldson, top of the silo for 3. Off the rim, no. Look out, we have a collision, and we're going. No, we're going to stay on this end. Zarnecki was diving or leaping for that rebound. I believe, did she tip it off of Wigman and double deflected?
Yeah, it must have been what happened there.
That's what it appeared to be. I mean, based off the call. That's good hustle. Good hustle as we have a substitute here as Rundy comes back in for Cuba City. Julka trying to get it in. She found Gritzmacher, but Gritzmacher was straddling the baseline and not able to corral it cleanly, and she ran out of room. So out of bounds it goes, and it will be the Cubans with possession. Clock running, and we have now played 8 minutes of this second half. Cuba City down 8, but still a lot of time here. This is Wigman. We're going the other way. Beaver Dam's clapping. Quick whistle. And that offensive foul will give it right back to the Golden Beavers as Christ is called for her second personal. 5 team fouls now in the half for Cuba City, 3 on Beaver Dam. Julka out to Zarnecki. How about another 3 for number 3? Riley Zarnecki, 17 points. You bet. Have a night. That's 5 triples and 17 points for Zarnecki. And she just tipped the ball right to Seattle, who sends it to Julka. Beaver Dam has it again. 9:25 to go, 47-36. BD leads. What a move by Donaldson, but she missed the layup. She sidestepped a couple of defenders and just couldn't finish. And here's Olsen at the other end. I like the idea, though. Olsen takes a return feed from Rundy. Pops a 3. It's off the mark. Chris trying to get the rebound. And that is Julka that was on her rear end. Grabbed it. Forced the jump ball. Now it's going to remain Cuba City basketball as Abel comes back in to give Ani Salatel a rest. Good hustle, though. And here is Cuba City to throw it in. This is Rundy and finding Olsen in that left corner. Off a screen, Rundy, or I should say Olsen to Christ. Her shot is up off the rim. No. Rebound tip. Wigman tried to get it. She tipped it to Chris. Puts a hook shot up, and it's going to go. Thea Christ, she's got 8 points. 47-38 as Cuba City trying to climb back into it with 8:47 to go. There's a bad pass. Stolen by Rundy. Feeds Olsen. Traffic going to go by. Out to Wigman for 3. Line drive 3 is no good, but the rebound going to be grabbed by Olsen. So it's an offensive board and a reload here for Cuba City. Look out, that's an offensive foul on Olsen. And Beaver Dam's going to get it right back. 8:31 to go in this one. As I said, Norbert, plenty of time here if you're Cuba City.
They just need to keep chipping away. I mean, they're under 10, but they also can't allow Beaver Dam to continue to score because if that continues, it's going to be tough to stay within that 10-point range.
Yeah, the Golden Beavers have cranked up the defensive intensity a little bit here in the second half, and that's really been, I think, the key since halftime.
Yeah, they've definitely focused on Olsen, and that's where those points have been limited.
Ashley driving in. Oh, that layup is no good, but Shea Marie Ashley gets fouled, and she will step to the charity stripe to try and add to the lead. Ashley last year averaged about 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Quality minutes for Ashley last year. First free throw's up and good. Right on cue as I compliment her. Again, sports at dailydodge.com. If you want to send an email in before the end of the game, we'd love to hear from you. And the next one is good. Ashley got them both. 49-38 is our score. And
happy to know Corey Sparks checked in. He loves you. You're amazing.
Hey, how about that? We just got Corey Sparks checked in. I didn't see the email, though. He must have. He's on the stream. Okay. Here is Salatel, and it's blocked and out of bounds from behind by Wigman. A nice hustle by Wigman to get back there. Otherwise, that was. I'm flattered. I'm touched. Oh man! Not that I'm going to get a big head or anything. Here's Aspen Abel. Zarnecki. Out to Julka. She'll try the 3. It is good for Emma Julka. She's got 5 points. And it's 52-38, and I believe this is the largest lead of the game here for Beaver Dam. It's 14.
Yeah, now Cuba City's definitely getting in the danger zone.
And Zarnecki almost with a steal. Saved, though, by Rogers. This is Wigman. We talked about how good both these teams were last year. Cuba City was within an eyelash of getting to state, and there's a ball out of bounds. But I was thinking, Norbert, as good as this team still is, you've got younger players this year that maybe are in some new roles this year, and one game that's not a big sample size. So
no.
Even though they're struggling a little bit here tonight, this is still a dangerous team. And they're very young, and that's what scares you is they're going to be around for a while.
Right, and when you say struggling a bit against a powerhouse team in Division II that's, just knows how to win, even with changes, new players, they find ways to win. And when you can play a team like that in the regular season, even if you lose, it's going to benefit your squad.
Here's Rowe for 3. Bullseye from the left corner. It is Ashley Rowe. That's her first points of the night, 3-pointer. 52-41, ball knocked out of bounds, but Beaver Dam will keep possession. Meanwhile, on the Beaver Dam side, okay, you've got a new coach. I mean, even myself coming in tonight, I'm curious. How's this opener going to go? Well, as we're seeing Beaver Dam still playing Beaver Dam basketball, I was talking to Coach Wendt before the game, and one thing that certainly helped him, because the ball's knocked loose, but Salatel saves it, is that he already knew a lot of these girls from having them in his class, his social studies class. Again, that's not basketball, but at least with it was easier to get to know you, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, the familiarity is there at least. You know each other's names. I mean,
right.
We're not like Josh Dobbs going into the Vikings and not knowing his teammates' names.
There's going to be a foul on Salatel. She was trying to play defense
Your
on
football
Olsen.
team, the Vikings probably.
The Vikings.
Yeah.
I'm a Minnesota boy. You know that. But I am a Packer fan. Did you not know that?
I guess I didn't know
that.
that.
Yeah, I am a Packer fan. I still bleed Minnesota Twins and Minnesota Wild and Timberwolves and all that stuff. And Gophers. I know a lot of the Badger fans don't like.
You definitely embraced a lot of those Wisconsin sports.
Absolutely, though. But I'm a big Packer and Brewer fan and all that stuff. Here is Christ. Shot is up off the rim. No. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Rowe. Yeah, I went to a bunch of Twins games up at Target Field this summer when I was home visiting family, and
I've not been to Target yet.
it's gorgeous. And I'm biased, of course,
Right.
but it's a beautiful stadium, and if you get a chance to go up there, I highly recommend it.
I like those downtown parks.
It's great. It's awesome. As we got a whistle. Ooh, somebody hit the deck. That was Ashley, I believe. Yeah, she gets up. She's all right. So Ashley, after getting knocked down, she gets up, brushes herself off. She's going to go to the free throw line.
That toughness runs in the family.
It does. It really does. Oh, my. I loved watching her older sister, Layla, play, and she's fun to watch, too, is Shea Marie. And here is the first of the bonus. It's no good. Beaver Dam is in the bonus, by the way. 18 fouls in the half on Cuba City. It's getting late. 6:10 and counting left in the game. There's a turnover. 52-41 Beaver Dam. They can add to the lead. Here was Zarnecki. Right side. Missed the layup. Ashley couldn't get the rebound. Instead, it's Wigman that takes the defensive board. Bounce pass ahead. Intended for Rundy, but Donaldson was there to force the tie-up. And
so even when you think you got a chance in, transition there, that defense from Beaver Dam still gets back and does some damage.
You're talking about the great quality of teams that are at this tournament. Beaver Dam's got a tough couple of games to open the season. You got this one here tonight. Tomorrow night they play West Tosha Central. Next Tuesday they play Watertown. And Watertown should be pretty decent this year. Matt Stolberg's got a good club.
Yeah, definitely. And the whole Badger Large as a whole, it's
really good.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah. Yep, kind of the new revamped Badger.
Right.
It's large and small now, not the old way it was with the
odd way and weird scheduling.
Yep. Yep, still a live ball there, but Jelka, she went out of bounds, so if she comes back in, she can't be the first to touch it. Cuba City's going to get it. 5:22, but yeah, they go jump right into conference play, and that's great rivalry. Beaver Dam, Watertown, and Watertown's pretty good. So
and Watertown's got their point guard back, Euler, and they didn't have her last year, and they still had a very good season, and they have everybody else back basically. So they're going to make a push. Monona Grove's obviously going to be a very, very strong team, ranked number 4 to start the year. So it's that Badger Conference, that Badger Large is loaded.
5 minutes to go. 52-41 Beaver Dam. Ashley through traffic. Layup is good. What a move. Shea Marie Ashley with 4 points all in the second half, and it's 54-41 in favor of Beaver Dam. And there's a ball going out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end with Cuba City. I was trying to look and see if I had Cuba City's schedule here to start the season. But, Beaver Dam, like I said, a tough couple of games to get things going. I thought I had theirs. Maybe I misplaced it here, but let's see here. And I've got it. Yeah, they play tomorrow. They play Milwaukee Academy of Science, and then Oregon on Tuesday night, and then Thursday, November 30th, it's Belleville. They start a road trip.
Yeah, that Oregon team, they returned almost their whole team that won the Badger East last year.
Yep.
So it's
three-pointer no good for Seattle. Rebound for Rogers.
But again, Cuba City, they want to play teams that are good to prepare them for the postseason.
Now, that's been the philosophy of a lot of teams that are like Beaver Dam and
I
Cuba
love
City.
the buy-in from coaches, and you see that later in the year, the coaches that schedule the tough games, they're ready for the postseason. Some of those teams that maybe even be 22-2 don't really even play a great schedule.
Here's Olsen going against Seattle. Fell down. Lost the ball. Jelka throws it ahead. Here's Ashley. Blazing past the defender, and she goes in for another layup. 56-41, Beaver Dam on top. So Beaver Dam in good shape here with 3:36 to go. But yeah, you're talking about the wanting to schedule tough opponents, and you really think about it, Norbert, and say you're Cuba City here tonight, and you're playing a quality Beaver Dam team. Okay, right now you're down 15. You're probably going to lose this game at this point.
Right.
So you're probably going to get more out of this game, a loss to Beaver Dam, than you would if you played an easier opponent and maybe beat them by 35, 40
Definitely,
points.
because while, you know, it's definitely nice to beat good teams, when you're just beating teams that are okay or, you know, well below you, like, you know, you don't learn a whole lot because it's easy. So those games that challenge you, even if you lose, it's going to be a benefit down the road.
And here's a shot over the rim. It's too strong for Rundy. Rebound for Zarnecki. No, make no mistake about it. Cuba City's going to win a lot of games this year.
Oh, definitely.
They're going to win a lot of games, folks. So if you're a Cuba City fan, yeah, there's going to be a lot of good nights.
It's all about
season.
perspective on who you're playing.
Here's a 3-ball short for Zarnecki. And the rebound grabbed by Christ. Down to 2.5 minutes left in this one. And this is Olsen off a screen set by Chris. Spinning. Missed the shot, underhanded style. Nice spin move, but she just couldn't finish. Wish I could do that. Donaldson through traffic. Oh, she split a double team and goes in for the layup. 58-41, Beaver Dam, 2:05 to go in this one. Now, Coach Braden Went, got to be very happy with what he's seen from the troops here in the opener.
Oh, definitely. And if you're, you know, the Golden Beavers, you're definitely happy about getting that win. I mean, because at Cuba City, it's not like you're playing a team that, again, that isn't that great. It's still a quality opponent, and, you know, you got to start the season somehow, and this is a real good way to start it.
You know, and a positive thing, too, because you're going to be, so we talked about, you're without the services of Gabby Wilkie for the first couple of games of the season. So, you know, my goodness, the South Dakota recruit not available right now. So, you know, this is good to see that you've got players stepping up. Let's take a quick break. 1 minute break, back after this on Daily Dodge TV.
Hi, this is Sandy from McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are proud to support all Beaver Dam athletes. While at home watching high school sports, why not be comfortable? McKinstry's is a lazy boy comfort studio. We have sofas, recliners, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Stop into McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and add comfort to your home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
Back to live action, 1:38 left in the game. Mike Tronson, Norbert Durst with you on Daily Dodge TV. 3-pointers good for Olsen. Well, Olivia Olsen, a little quieter in the second half, but I still have her for 19 points.
Yeah, it's still a very, very good game, especially first game of the year against a quality opponent.
So with 1:15 left, it's 58-44 in favor of the Golden Beavers, and they pretty much can play catch here now and don't have to force anything.
Yeah, no shot clock. You know, not that you got to bring it up at broadcast at some point,
Exactly.
right? So,
I mean, it wouldn't be a broadcast if we didn't have to touch on it somewhere, right? We're in mid-season form here, aren't we? It's only game one. Game one of many on Daily Dodge TV this winter, as Aspen Abel, being hassled and she drew contact, stops the clock with 49.3 to play. Well, yeah, like we told you, folks, if you are a fan of basketball, come on out this weekend. Tonight, there's 3 more games after this one, and a full slate of games tomorrow, as Abel's front end of the bonus is no good. Tip back up, that's no good. And the rebound, we've got some subs out there for Beaver Dam. I got to talk about them as the ball went out of bounds. But at the last dead ball, Beaver Dam put a couple of subs in. Abby Gutknecht, a 5'11 sophomore, is out there for BD. And also checking in was Jalen Dronick, 5'8 junior. Seeing her first act, there's a shot up, and that one was Olsen again. 21 points for her. Wanted to mention their names because there's some newcomers to the varsity squad. Here is Ashley with 24 seconds left. 58-46 is the score, and we're down to 20 seconds left. So a really good performance. Maybe not perfect, but it was a solid performance for Beaver Dam to open up the season.
yeah, Right, and that's what you're asking for. You want to get a win, of course, and, they took care of business even if they had a few struggles here or there.
So the clock going to wind to 0. There's the horn. And Braden Wendt, in his debut as the new coach of Beaver Dam, gets the win. The Golden Beavers knocking off Cuba City in this one by the final of 58-46. Again, solid effort, and if you're a Cuba City fan, don't panic. There's a lot of talent on that team, and they will be putting some W's in the column very soon. All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back, and we will have our postgame show. We're going to talk about this one, and we'll get head coach Braden Wendt up here for some comments. Right after this break, we'll take a 4.5-minute break. Be back after this on Daily Dodge TV.
In today's financial markets, you will find all your needs met at Park Village Shopping Center. Time is right for a home equity line of credit. The folks at Horicon Bank can make those home remodel dreams a reality. Searching for sound financial advice? Kevin Smith of Edward Jones will help you make sense of your investments. Kevin knows the market inside and out. Nightberry Title meets all your title needs, from commercial to residential. The team at Nightberry is your partner for success. This is why you hear people say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center. You should too.
Park Village Shopping Center.
At Preferred Dental Partners, our core values are more than just something we put on our wall. They're something we live out. Core value number 2 is the wow experience. This means that from the moment you walk in the door until the time you leave, we want to provide an experience for our patients that is unlike anything you've had before. There are lots of choices of dentists, and we never want anyone to feel they have to be here. We want them to choose to be here because they feel heard, welcomed, and well cared for. If you want to see what the wow experience is about, call or text Preferred Dental Partners today.
15% off the most awarded SUV ever, the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. Hello, this is Brent Reed, and this deal is so good, I've got to say it again. 15% off brand new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokees during the Black Friday sales event. That's over $10,000 in savings on select models. This is going to be a Black Friday like no other. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and reedchrysler.com.
American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full-service counseling with no obligation. Your auto owner's insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you.
Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
Hi, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We have a great feature available in our showrooms, our digital price tags. They search the internet every day and allow us to adjust the prices based on our competitors. That ensures you are always getting the best deal. If it finds a lower price, it will automatically change our Silica price in real time. These digital price tags are all about saving you time and money. Shop Silica for Your Home for the best sales, service, and selection.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
At Summit Ford Beaver Dam, we are committed to serving the customers in our community, to bringing you into our dealership and making the buying process easy, fun, stress-free, and memorable. Thank you for choosing us and voting us Dodge County's best place to buy a new or used vehicle. Stop in today for a test drive and to see how we can help you find the car of your dreams. Summit Ford Beaver Dam.
The comfort in your home is too important to trust to just anyone. With over 75 years in the industry, Surefire Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to bring our community the heating and cooling services you deserve. Expect nothing short of excellence in service, installation, and 24/7 emergency service. As a premier Lennox dealer, we carry the best in equipment to bring you and your home peace of mind. Schedule your annual maintenance or claim your free in-home estimate today, 920-485-4883. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
You're watching the Daily Dodge Postgame Show.
And welcome back inside the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse to our postgame show. Mike Tronson alongside Norbert Durst from wisports.net. This one's in the books. The Beaver Dam girls defeat Cuba City in the season opener. Final score of 58-46. We said it a little bit earlier, but again, just a solid, good solid team win for the Golden Beavers to start the season.
Yeah, they got contributions from a number of players. You see kids that maybe weren't scorers last year kind of step up into some of those roles, and that defense was huge for them. Defense and hitting those threes really separated the game.
Beaver Dam, again, turning up that defensive intensity in the second half. I thought that was really key for them to win this one, kind of going away. And we've seen that before from this team, but they made an effort to really clamp down on Olivia Olson, and it really did the trick, I thought.
Yeah, that made a huge difference because otherwise, Cuba City only being down 9 in the second half, all it takes is a couple of threes and you're right back in it. When they're pressing her high and not letting her have those open shots, that made a huge difference.
Looking at the Cuba City team, Olivia Olson was outstanding. I mean, 21 points. And I think you might have touched on this at the beginning of the broadcast, but what's it going to take for Cuba City? It's going to take a couple more of these teammates to step it up a little bit and be that second, third, fourth scoring option, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's going to take a few games, definitely because some of those players haven't had that experience of being that secondary scorer, so they're going to have to step up and be able to help her out so they can win those conference games and be ready for the postseason. But they're definitely off to a good start, because a lot of times you just want your best player to take those big shots anyway. So, she's probably going to put up, Olsen is probably going to put up, 20-plus points per game this year.
And she was outstanding. She scored 21 here tonight. Let's run down the individual scoring quickly. For victorious Beaver Dam, Riley Zarnecki. You said it. Have a night. She did. 17 points, and she had 5 3-pointers in this game. Outstanding. 17 points for Zarnecki as she leads the Golden Beavers tonight. Taya Donaldson, 13 points, including 3 triples. Aspen Abel was in double figures. It was kind of a quiet 11 points for Aspen Abel, but she was outstanding.
Hit a couple threes, I believe, so
she
that'll help you out.
A couple of threes for her as well. Shea Marie Ashley, 6 points, all in the second half for her. Ani Salatel had a couple of threes in the first half. She finished with 6, and 5 points for Emma Julka, including 1 from downtown. Beaver Dam's three-point shooting was very solid tonight. They were on. And so that really helped them in this one. Looking at the Cuba City side, we mentioned Olsen. She had 21 points, 13 in the first half, 8 in the second half. She had 4 3-pointers in the game. Next highest scorer, though, Dia Christ with 8 points, 4 in the first half, 4 in the second. Alexis Rundy good for 7 in this one. I've got Emily Wigman off the bench with 4. That all came in the first half. 3 points for Ashley Roche. She had a triple in the second half. I've got Allie Ingersoll with 2, and Summer Rogers chipped in a free throw to finish with 1. Now, these two teams, both of them are going to play again tomorrow. A quick turnaround. Beaver Dam facing Westosha Central tomorrow. Cuba City, meanwhile, Milwaukee Academy of Science. What do you know about, let's start with Milwaukee Academy of Science. What can you tell me about them, Norbert?
Well, they lost their top 2 kids from last year's team, but they still return, 3 or 4 players that are definitely capable of stepping into that lead role. And then they always seem to have younger players every year, so definitely expect them to come out. They're going to pressure the ball. They're going to play fast. They're going to shoot threes. So it should be a very exciting game because, it's a matter of, who can kind of have that tempo in the game, because last year when Milwaukee Academy of Science played at the state tournament, they gave Waupun fits. They beat Waupun in that state semi, but then Kewaskum in the championship game slowed the tempo down. And, they're a gritty team, so you're going to have a little bit of that grittiness to beat a team like Milwaukee Academy of Science. And, again, don't fall into what they want to do, because otherwise they will run you out of the gym.
And here comes the man of the hour, Braden Wynn, up here. Norbert, I'll have you hand the headset off to Coach Wentz so we can bring him into our post-game show here. And can you hear me okay in there, Braden?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Thanks for coming up. And, hey, first of all, congratulations. You get a season-opening win. It's a win in your coaching debut with the team. And just give me your overall thoughts. I said it during the game broadcast. I said, I just thought it wasn't perfect, but it was, I thought, a very solid team win in the season opener.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Myself, pretty nervous all day, just waiting for this game to happen. A little nervous in pregame warm-ups, a little nervous in my speech, but, the girls kind of took care of me today. They went out there, they played good, hard-nosed defense against a pretty good offensive team, and it paid off. We held a team to, less than 50 points, and they were averaging 70 a game last year. So, again, like you said, it wasn't pretty. A few too many turnovers for my liking, a few too many missed layups for my liking, but again, the defensive effort kind of washes some of that away.
It's funny that you mentioned you had nerves because I think we tend to think, okay, players certainly in big games are going to have nerves. Yeah. And, season opener, it's a new season. You haven't played in a while, at least in a formal game. But, I don't think we always think about, maybe coaches feeling a little nerves or pressure. But I tell you what, your girls certainly did you proud, didn't they?
Oh, for sure. I just want to say, Emma Jolka, Shea Athley, phenomenal defensive effort on number 22, Olivia Olsen. She's a Division I recruit, so guarding someone like that is never easy, and they really made her life difficult tonight.
It seemed to me, and you can maybe confirm this, but in the second half especially, it seemed like you made a concentrated effort to really clamp down on Olsen. The defensive intensity seemed to pick up a little bit. Yeah, I told them before the game and at halftime they're not breaking 60 tonight. I saw that they had 28 at the half, and I just looked at them right before we went out and said, that does not get above 60. It does not get above 60. And sure enough, it didn't even get above 50. So they took that to heart, for sure. I tell you, Riley Zarnecki, Norbert Durst just said it, have a night. She did. 5 3-pointers, 17 points. It's funny, I was talking on the broadcast. I said, she's not typically the prolific scorer. Well, she must have heard me and got mad because all she went out and did and scored 17 points. You're without one of your top scorers in Gabby Wilkie for a few games, so it's nice to see players like her stepping up. Yeah, that's what we need. It's kind of a funny story. I kind of joked with Riley in practice yesterday watching her shoot, saying, you're probably going to get a red light tomorrow. You're not going to be able to shoot threes. And then she comes out tonight and hits 5 of 6, kind of just sticking it to me hey, you don't know anything. So I'm glad that she just lit it up from 3 tonight. It ended up being a big difference in the game. On the scouting report, they probably don't highlight Riley as a shooter, but they left her wide open, and she made them pay tonight. Well, your team was shooting quite well, especially from three-point range tonight. And you had 3 players in double figures. I've got Taya Donaldson for 13. I had Aspen Abel for 11. And I don't have to tell you this, but, anytime you can get multiple players in double figures, that's usually a pretty good recipe for success. Yeah, it was pretty well balanced tonight. We had multiple people getting to the hoop on offense, scoring, multiple people knocking down threes. It was a really good team effort. It's the first game, so there's a lot of room for improvement, especially when it comes to taking care of the ball, handling some zone pressure, things like that. But a great balanced effort throughout on both the offensive and defensive end. Going to be a quick turnaround. Tomorrow you get Westosha Central at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. What do you know about Westosha Central? They're not, at least with the returning players, they're not the tallest, but they have some speed and they can shoot the 3. So it's going to be similar to tonight where when they're popping off their threes, we got to get into someone, box out, and prevent those second chance looks because a team that's small and quick, if they get hot from 3, it can be some bad news for us. Because it's a quick turnaround and maybe like a soft walkthrough or something tomorrow morning or anything like that, or you just let the girls rest and come back tomorrow and suit it up again? It's mainly going to be to let the girls rest. We did our scout looks last couple of days for both games, so they know what to expect. With Westosha, they have a lot of underclassmen coming in, so there's a little bit of unknown there. We'll get a look at them tonight, but the object right now is to rest. We got up and down pretty hard, so we're going to rest. We'll have maybe a small walkthrough, not even a walkthrough, just, film classroom session for like a half hour, then we'll come watch our JV game and then get ready to play. I was going to say you're going to watch some of the other games here during tonight and tomorrow too. We'll watch our JV game for sure. Well, congratulations not only to the girls, but to you, Braden, on the win tonight. It was a solid effort, as I said, and we'll be right back here tomorrow night. We're going to do this all over again in about 24 hours. Looking forward to that already. Yeah, I can't wait. Thank you for having me on. Good to see you. Hey, congratulations on the win tonight. Thank you. Glad all right, that's Braden Wendt. He's the head coach of Beaver Dam, joining us on the post-game show, and I appreciate him stopping up. Braden, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping up. Again, Beaver Dam a winner over Cuba City in this one, 58-46. And again, our next broadcast, we just told you, it's going to be tomorrow night, right back here on Daily Dodge TV. Tomorrow night, the Beaver Dam girls will be taking on Westosha Central in the final game of this Classic. And that will start, if it's on time. Let me give you a disclaimer here, folks. If it's on time, we start at 7 o'clock for the tip and our pregame show at 6:45. Now, there are several games prior to that one. So if they get off schedule a little bit, that might be delayed. But as of now, let's plan on 7 o'clock for a tip-off, 6:45 pregame. Later tonight, more games here in the Fieldhouse. The next one coming up is Columbus and Kettle Moraine Lutheran, then Westosha Central versus Lakeland at 7 o'clock, and at 8:30 tonight, Waupun versus Milwaukee Academy of Science. Games tomorrow, 1 o'clock, 2:30, 4 o'clock, 5:30, and 7. The 1 o'clock game is Waupun versus Columbus. 2:30 tomorrow, Kettle Moraine Lutheran and Aquinas. Cuba City versus Milwaukee Academy of Science at 4 o'clock. Wanakee versus Lakeland at 5:30. And then, of course, the Beaver Dam Westosha game at 7. 58-46, your final. Beaver Dam is a winner tonight in this one. That's going to wrap up our broadcast. We want to thank our presenting video sponsors, Hometown Glass and Improvement, Columbus Family Dental, and Beaver Dam Unified School District. Tonight's game also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Kladowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Silica for your home, Summit Ford, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, and Mayville Tire and Service, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, Napleton GM and Beaver Dam, and White Construction. That's going to wrap it up, folks. We want to thank all of you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Want to thank all those folks and all those former players that sent emails. We love hearing from you. And thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast tonight. Want to thank Ninja, a.k.a. Justin Wilski, for helping out here. And, hey, how's the trainee Ninja doing here? Is Charlie got it? You got it? Okay. Now, Charlie just gave me the thumbs up. He said, yeah, I got this. And then now he throws his hands up. He's doing this. Okay. Hey, guys, thank you very much. And Ember, too, there, always assisting. And we appreciate you guys helping out. And for the crew, this is Mike Tronson saying so long from Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night. This has been a Daily Dodge TV Sports presentation. Good night, everybody.
You're watching the Daily Dodge postgame show.